Hey Jaguar students, it's Miss Holt in the Media Center, and it is first chapter feature day. And today I'm going to be reading aloud from a book called The Ambrose Deception by Emily Ecton. This is on our Mark Twain's awards list for this year, but I am highly recommending this book because it is just a fantastic mystery kind of action adventure story. And it is about some students who get chosen to participate in what they believe is a scholarship contest, turns into a scavenger hunt across the city of Chicago. So if you are a fan of mystery books like The Book Scavenger or Mr. Limoncello's Library, then you're going to love this book. So let's get started. Okay, chapter 1 is called At Morton Middle School. The transaction took less than a minute. The red-haired girl slid the completed worksheet across the table just as the boy in the Black Hawk shirt walked by. She didn't look up. And the boy didn't even pause as he slid the worksheet into his notebook, dropping a wrinkled $5 bill onto the table in its place. The girl palmed the 5 without taking her eyes off of her book. Neither one of them noticed the 2 men watching from the corner of the library. They didn't notice as the stocky man gave a subtle nod, and they didn't notice the taller man take a picture. Chapter 2, At Noise Central. The kid with the bouncy step paused as he turned the corner into the hallway. A large bully was in the process of trying to stuff a small, podgy boy into an even smaller locker with limited success. Neither the stuffer nor the stuffee noticed the new arrival. They also didn't notice 2 men watching from the shadow of a doorway. After only a moment of hesitation, the bouncy kid continued on his way, whistling loudly, seemingly oblivious to the scene at the locker. He also was seemingly oblivious to the bully's books balanced on the trash can. The bully paused in his stuffing as the kid got closer. "Not your problem, Johnson." The kid nodded. "Course not. Wouldn't dream of interrupting." He smiled. "But you do realize you have an audience." He nodded towards the men in the doorway. "What?" The bully loosened his grip as he turned awkwardly to peer over his shoulder, giving the small podgy victim the chance he needed to wrench free and make his escape. "Ah, tough break," Johnson said, making a sad face, before slapping the bully on the back and walking on, pausing only to casually hip-check the trash can as he passed by. The bully's school books teetered precariously and then fell with a squishy thud into an unappetizing mass of discarded food containers. The stocky man in the shadows smiled to himself and nodded discreetly. The tall man with him snapped a picture just as the kid bounced off down the hallway. Chapter 3, At Sutherland Academy. In the school office, the secretary rushed forward to greet her 2 visitors. She stepped carefully over the feet of the sniffly boy seated by the door. His legs, which seemed too long for his body, spilled awkwardly into the traffic area of the room. She used both hands to shake the hand of the stocky man. "We're so honored to have you with us today, sir. Both of you, sirs," she added, smiling at the tall man. "Not at all," said the stocky man. He wasn't looking at her. He was watching as the sniffly boy cracked his knuckles and then blew a piece of hair out of his eyes. The school secretary frowned and scanned the paperwork on her clipboard. "Now, I think you're all set. You should have everything you— Oh, wait, I forgot to give you your badges." She stepped back over the boy's feet and leaned across the front counter, knocking a pad of tardy slips onto the floor. Without a word, and hardly seeming to move, the boy stretched out a long arm and pocketed them. The stocky man cleared his throat and raised an eyebrow at the tall man behind him. The tall man discreetly snapped a picture. "Here you are." The school secretary proudly held out 2 name badges. The stocky man smiled at her and shook his head. "That won't be necessary, madame. In fact, I don't think a tour will be necessary at all. We have everything we need." A letter to the principals of Morton Middle School, Noise Central, and Sutherland Academy in Chicago. Congratulations! Your school has been selected for a great honor. 3 students have been chosen citywide to compete for a prestigious Kaplan-Barron $10,000 academic scholarship. This once-in-a-lifetime opportunity with very selective screening procedures. The Kaplan-Barron Academic Scholarship is a grant of nationwide renown, and the schools that successful competitors attend are given additional points toward national rankings. You will be pleased to learn that one of your students has been selected for this rare scholarship opportunity. Please contact us at the number below to arrange an organizational meeting. This offer will not be repeated. All right, so if you want to check out the Ambrose Deception and find out what happens We have several copies available in the library right now, and it's also available as an ebook on Overdrive/Sora. See you guys soon.